Good evening, folks. Just going to do a nice little walk around now for about, I'd say it'd be about half an hour possibly, but I'm going to be coming back this way. Evening, Joanne, and see if you can suss out where we are. What I need you to be, I want you to be the eyes and ears tonight, and in certain parts on this little walk around I'll go quiet and see if we can draw a few energies in and spirits in as well. Hi John. Evening Alison. You'll like this place in a minute, Alison. Good evening, Aid. Again, I am on my own this evening. A fantastic building just behind here. Hi Nat. Evening Bev. Missed anybody? Right, I'll go over towards the sign here now, and then I'll show you this fantastic place I am. A lovely church there. I'll be doing a little walk around in a bit. But welcome to the famous village of Port Sunlight on the Wirral, and this is the famous Bridge Inn. Many years ago, dating back through roughly before the turn of the century, about 1900s, this is the famous Bridge Inn. I have done a few investigations here over the years, and I've done a lot of training here up in this top room, a lot of spiritual training nights in here, and I was just drawn to doing a walk around. Again, famously the Bridge Inn, there would have been a bridge roughly in and around this location, but I'm going to give you the tour of this village tonight. And I'll show you a few other little, as I walk around here as well, I get a lot of things from the wartime as well. Got the factory over there, Lever Brothers, Lever Humes factory, famous for the renowned soaps and smellies all over the years. Hi Nat, hi Bev. So, as again, this is where they've done a bit of filming for Peaky Blinders as well. I've seen that here about 2 or 3 years back. But this is the famous Bridge Inn. Hi Keith. And again, Lord Lever Hume, I've had a few times on development nights and stuff like that here. He has come around and about. So again, perfect night for a little walk around. Very still. And there's my car parked up there. So, and this, I want to show you around the back of the building. Don't know how long I'll have signal for. I might lose it at some point. If anyone's passing, come and find me, come and join me. More than welcome. Lovely conference room in there as well. And this is round the back of the building. So that's virtually circumference. Yeah. Some amazing energies here, and I think that's a cracking picture there. Massive pub, all built, this village was built for the workers and over the years and the centuries, well, over the years, you couldn't have a property on here unless you actually had family members that would have worked there. Now, I don't know whether there's a back entrance into this churchyard or whether it's open. I'll have a little go. Hiya, Lee. Again, as I'm going around the village, I will have little stop-offs and just see if we can get some interaction as we're going along as well, and see who we can bring forwards. Hi, Julie. I'll just type it up for you now. And this is where Lord Leatherhume and his wife reside. And their famous soaps would have been on the likes of the Titanic, and this is how they made their multi-millions, was from soap. So you can have a little Google of Lord Leatherhume. Doesn't look like there's an entrance around the back here. I'll have to go around the front again of the church. A lot of the blocks that was built here, a lot of the terraces and all that together, the houses, I think they had that many famous architects coming in as well. This is the old school hall here, so that's still a school today. Yeah, no problems, Joe. Get down here and give it a lift back. Again, that's the school. Fantastic museum down here. Don't spoil it, John, because that's where I'm going to be walking past in a minute. Don't give too much away. They have some amazing summer fairs here, and I think they've had Antiques Roadshow here as well a few times. There's the actual crypt for Lord Leatherhume and his family, which is just in this outbuilding area there. No probs, Joe. As again, let's see if we've been called here for a reason. Oh, gate's open, tremendous. Just going to show you from, there's the way in now. So gate is open, so we'll have a little walk round. So perfect night, as I said. That's not a UFO, that's actually coming from Liverpool Airport. There's Lord Leverhulme and his good lady. Too. Do feel out of breath here as well at the moment. I've actually brought him through when I've been doing a training night, Lord Leverhulme. He's came forward a few times. Bizarre noise I'm hearing as well. Like kids shouting in the background. Right, so debunk that. So let's go around it. Hi Alison. Yeah, it is a stunning night for it. So sometimes it's just worth taking the opportunity. And that wasn't a leaf just falling off the tree, was it? That kept me on my toes. Any spirit energies in and around us? You like to come forward? There's a lot of leaves on the ground obviously this time of year. As I'm walking, always debunk first. Not getting drawn to anything at the moment. I was walking a little sideways then for a second or two. Hi Dawn, Nancy, if you can don't forget to share some of the side doors here. I've got some equipment, I want to find a bit of a quieter area as I'm going around the village. It is a lovely building inside as well. Right, I'll give you the tour of the village now. So that's a tour of the Bridge Inn and the church. I do want to come out where I started off on the live feed, so it is going to be a good walk around. I'm glad I could walk around there anyway. I'll show you that. There is a famous book, it shows Port Sunlight through the years, I get a lot of the buildings like bombed out, and when it's been bombed in certain areas as I'm walking around, I'll try and point that out where the area is later on to the back of the village. We're going round to Port Sunlight Museum now and the Lady Art Gallery, and I think there's a memorial up there. There's a date plaque just on this corner bend, if I remember rightly. This is Church Drive. Just take a look at some of these buildings. Trying to remember the architect's name, one of the main leaders of the architectural gentlemen. Yeah, 1900s, I thought it was. That actually is the 1900s. And these are all houses, these are all lived in. Yeah, what I'm doing, Nancy, I'm just trying to bring energies in and around us, and obviously get what we're given along the way. If anyone gets names jumped out at them or sees energies in and around, just take a screenshot, as I'm on my own at the moment. I'll put some trigger objects out in a bit when I get to the area I want to get. Thought I'd seen a ghost in that car then. There's a fella in there. That wasn't too bad, was it? I do come here every now and again. Every couple of years I always like to nice little walk around here. There's been many a sightings now inside the Lady Lever Art Gallery, especially in the basements. There has been staff of seeing spirits walk through the walls down here, and seeing full manifestations in this building now we're coming up to on the right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to walk around this way of this building. This is free to get into this museum as well. There's many treasures here as well. This is the back way into the building. You might start to hear the odd firework going off this time of year as well. Debunk that lady on the right. And this is where it really starts coming into its own, this village, with the styles as well. Now you're coming into all the black and white Tudor, black and white buildings. And there's the Lady Lever's museum there. Tripping over everything. Absolutely perfect night for a walk around. So this is a place you want to have a little look around, folks. There's been sightings here in the past, especially inside. Right hand side's quite hazy, isn't it? It's bizarre how that looks there. Can't see any of that. It's pitch black when I'm looking at it. So the camera's highlighting that. Hi Lisa. Actually, that's the entrance for the building there. Another plane out of John Lennon Airport. Up on quite an oldish lady now. She's well into just before her 80s, just more towards this right hand area is how I'm feeling with her. Be interesting if she comes forwards. We've got fountains here as well. again, perfect moon. I will go quiet in a bit when I get to the area I want to do a bit of calling out from. In Port Sunlight Village, Hannah, on the Wirral. It's about 20 minutes from mine. Lord Leverhulme, who's famous for soaps in the turn of the 1800s, late 1800s, 1890s to the early start of the century, made his money with Leverhulme. So all your washing powder and stuff like that is made on the plant, which is just right over there, which I'll show you the works as we go past down by the side of the building in a bit. That might be about 10 minutes. It's quite an interesting part to this centrepiece. I don't know if anyone gets drawn to anything going on there. I do believe over the time there was like a little shop, little hut in the middle of this centrepiece as well. Again, as you know, I don't do history, I just, because it's on the doorstep, I do know a bit about it, that's all. Hi Elizabeth. Just having a little mooch around, Louise. Just want to come away from the cars. That's great. No, it's not cold. It's not cold at all, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to head off down where that cars came from. Going to the interesting area that I've been drawn here tonight anyway, so that's where I'm heading towards now. Hi Lee, you okay? Yeah, it was a nice churchyard and that, and the bridge inn. I've done a lot of nights there, done a couple of investigations there as well. We do have Hillsborough Memorial here as well, which is for people on the Wirral. We've got a memorial there as well. Apparently where these trees were, I can't remember if it was an air raid shelter going back or a tunnel. cold at all. It's just about right. But as you can see, a very unique village. So this is a little bit on the inside, so just going on the outside. And I've done an investigation on this building in the left as well, many moons ago. Right. I have actually done an investigation in here as well. Conference centre. Won't go too close. And these are the bowling greens. Actually tried to get into this building here and been knocked back by the committee here that actually run Port Sunlight Village. I have tried to get in this building, but he wouldn't let us for one reason or another. That's fine. Now remember where I said to you about the famous book on Port Sunlight Village? There's also, this is where I start to get the bombed out bit from the blast from the war, Second World War. Buildings here partly been rebuilt in the past, not that you could tell the difference, but I see that as a blast area. And I'm really out of breath there. There's actually, oh, that's the theatre, that's it, that's Port Sunlight Theatre there. But I'll show you, there's gardens area down here as well. So you've got the gardens here as well, which they would have had many a youngster playing. So it's like a dip down here. Hello Sweden. Actually I'm going to go down here. Some objects out for a couple of minutes. Got somebody with me walking on their left foot but on their toes. Like they can't place the left heel down. Let's see if we find a bench here or something. It's just like a little parked area, this. Again, drawn to children down here, skipping around. Where's everyone tuning in from? Yes, I'm on my own. Louise, I'm on my own. I can't hear noises down here, to be honest with you. There's a function going on in the building on the right. Right. This is the part where Peaky Blinders was filmed, in this row of terrace cottages here. So all you Peaky Blinders fans, this has been used on a film set before in the past. It was one of these buildings down here. Good evening, Newcastle upon Tyne. Lovely part of the UK. South Wales, Sweden, and again that's down in the gardens there area. To me there's a little girl down there at the moment, skipping along. A village shop just on the right hand side at the top, and we are by train station as well. That's Port Sunlight train station, so you ride on the train main line as well. You get from Chester or Liverpool, and this is the area where I wanted to show you now. We're coming into, there's the works, start of the works. And for years there's the bank. This is the world famous Gladstone Theatre. It was the first, I was the first in here with Anubis to investigate this. TV wanted it for years. I was actually the first here with the team to investigate here. So there's the entrance to Lever Hume's works, and I'll go down the side of there in a minute. I want to show you the back of these stables around here. So this is the Gladstone Theatre, Port Sunlight Village. Victorian man. Okay, from the museum. Okay, John, is that lady linked with him? Lady, I think she's about 68-ish. This is the Gladstone Theatre. I was first to do this investigation here with Anubis. We're going round the back now. There's nothing on here tonight. They still sell all the products here very, very cheaply. So you can imagine what it was like in the time. I'm struggling to walk at the moment. Like, not club foot, but I feel like I've got cobbled shoes on. So this would have been, this is all cobbled, and you'd have had all your horses here and coaches. There's actually another train station there as well, which is Bebington. So You might see people coming down there as well in a minute. But the period is just amazing. It's amazing to walk around. And this is the top of Leverhulmes. So this is the back end of the factory now. All down here, which I'm going to take you down. And that's the Gladstone Theatre there, which is amazing. So have a little Google of it, folks, as well, so you can see the set out of the Gladstone Theatre. I do see it a lot of the period in the wartime as well. Big feeding hall, big community centre where everyone's being looked after as well. I've not picked up on that gentleman. I don't know whether I can get down here or not. Right, that's to the station. What I want to do is drop down there, which I can't, so I'm going to have to go back this way. You see all the period doors. Smell of smoke with me now as well. So there's your Gladstone Theatre, the entrance. Little girl, yeah, playing. I feel she was about 8 or 9, the little girl, skipping along. So you can check events out here for theatres and your Christmas pantos. Hi Wendy. Yes, that's what you got, about 9 years old. I think she was down in the little park area. Coming up to about 9 o'clock now. So that is still the main entrance here into the hall of the works. So that's your main reception area. Just going to skip over this car as it comes past. Right, it hasn't come down, that's great. And at the bottom of this road, right round on the left, is where I started this live feed. So I've done quite a big loop part of it as well. So there we go. This was 1892, and if you remember around the other side, the other half of it, it was 1900s. So it took about 8 years to build the back end of this village. So these would have been the first buildings going in. These are the older part, and again these were all built for the workers of Leverhulmes. Do get drawn to windows as well, getting drawn to that window up there on the left. This one here. Hi from Rochdale. Thank you for tuning in on a Saturday night. Hope it's better than come dancing anyway. So there's some of the works. It is vast. It's still a massive employer as well on the Wirral today. And every now and again it's got its own sensuous smell round here, from the making of the products, and sometimes it can get a bit sweet as well. There's quite a sweet smell to it. And again, this is where I get drawn to the bombed out part of the village. I see a blast to the left hand side again. About 1942. This would have been rebuilt as well. Oh, and I'm feeling very, very cold. It's not cold. It's much, much darker than the this live feed's bringing up a very good light on this at the moment, but it is much darker as I'm seeing it from the naked eye. Yeah, snapshot away please. Hello from Texas. I have got a lot of new folks tuning in from America. I've had a lot of people contacting me from the USA, and it's great to have you along. So if you want to do any research or have a little look, search Port Sunlight Village on the Wirral, northwest of England. I have had communication with Lord Leather Hume. His famous products of soap and all that would have been on the Titanic. Ooh, and that is an owl flying over above there. You got it. Very spiritual. Oh, I love that. That was amazing. And again, they've done filming of Peaky Blinders here as well. Again, it's very listed grade 1. I can't have double glazing or anything here. This was built on marshlands originally, so they are very, very cold buildings to live in inside, because a lot of damp comes up through the floor. So they are hard to heat, these properties, but every one of them is lived in. Okay, Claire. Right. I will set some trigger objects out in a bit. I wanted to do it around that courtyard, but all the lights that kept coming on wasn't the area. I wanted that area in the courtyard. This is actually a new build of blocks of flats here, but they've done them in the same style. It was obviously a corner plot of empty land there, so they've actually built new property on there, but in the style of what it should be today from in the past. Again, drawn to being followed. Do you feel like I'm being followed? And an awesome night. But just some amazing architects have worked on this land in the past. Now I'm walking back down to where I started the live feed, and I might go on to another little location as well in a minute if you're up for another walk around. There's the Bridge Inn in the distance where I started. And this will all be modern, that part, right. Tall man, wide brim hat. What I'm going to do is spin the camera around. See if you can pick up on him behind me. I've got rustling behind me as well. There is a chap walking down behind now. Alright. So, there's somebody walking down behind me now. He is off this plane. There are new builds. Just let this chap go. There's the amazing bridge in. Okay, got the name of James with that gentleman. And I'm also getting Joshua, James Joshua. James Joshua. Chap behind me. Set 2 footsteps again. I am getting the like not as much as cobble boots. They feel like spooned, but they've got the studs on underneath. So I'm just going to spin round. The Spirit Energy is there. Can you come towards the camera? You come towards me. Get my movement down here as well. Right, let's go back towards the car. Might do another 10 minutes by the graveyard. Just want that noise to be settled down. So I've got a bit of noise pollution at the moment because that's just drifting right down. I feel a little bit sick as well at the moment. Energy coming in really close. Keep having to stop down here for some reason. Oh yeah, and thanks for tuning in as well. And I'll show you the Bridge Inn pub again now. So this is where I started the live feed, so I've done a full circle, as good as. This is the main trunk in to the area, the main road. Last 5 minutes you've been feeling sick. Okay. Evening, Steve. Just waiting for it to go quiet a second. Just in Port Sunlight Village. The 2 lads on the right to drift off as well. Feel the lady's got an illness. Feel she's got ulcers. She's quite a tall lady as well. It's a very tall, thin lady. And we're walking up to the Bridge Inn again now. And this is one amazing building. So originally there was a bridge here that got taken down and replaced not too far away from the Manchester Ship Canal, which is a couple of miles down that way, but the Mersey is just over the other side, but less than a mile away the Mersey is. Actually seeing people running in front of me now across the road in spirit. And this is the famous Bridge Inn again. Might do a couple of minutes in the churchyard again, out the side, out the road. I'm okay, John. I've had a trapped nerve myself today in my neck and twisted my neck today, but I'm feeling all right. But I'm just going to spin off to the right. So I think that's why I've just come out, just to date on there, 1896. Victoria Bridge it was known as. So that would have been an old part of it. And again, you can see this amazing building. Again, I've done a lot of stuff in that building. Let's get away from this noise. I'm going to go back around the churchyard. Anyone say how long the live feed's been on at the minute? It's been about 40 minutes. What time are we on now, folks? There's the church now on the right again. How long's the live feed been on, folks, please? "58 minutes, so it's took an hour to walk around the village. And there is more to it as well. On the top end it does span out more that way, but you can see from there, that neck of the woods there, to virtually right back over there, it's took 8 years to build. So going back in the churchyard. And again, this is Lord Leader Hume's resting place. And this good lady. I'm going to do some calling out round here. Let's set this tripod up. Give us a couple of minutes. Right, see if there's anybody in this doorway. And see if we can bring somebody through as well. See if I'm going to stand in this doorway and see if I can bring any spirits through that'll change the attire of just a second. Getting a bad cough there as well. Getting a bad cough for the gentleman there. Any spirits here around us? Can you affect any of the equipment in the doorway? The gentleman that was just giving me the cough, are you close by? Mark. Okay. There's a gentleman of Mark in and around us. Okay, so we've got some activity going now. Mark, are you here? You gentleman with the bad cough. You make yourself known for us. Thank you. Can you affect the other two balls there? Can you affect the other two balls? Do you man of the cloth? You're a man of the cloth, sir. Did you know Mr. Leader, you? You're a groundsman here. Can you interact again for us, please? Can you show yourself? Can you show yourself in the doorway? Can you give us a manifestation? Mark's with the cough. Have you seen me here before, Mark? You affect that equipment again, please. Did you step in and around me, Mark? Do feel, sir, that you stand protrude, very well built gentleman, hands in the pockets. Ear banging. Well, I've just had I've just had movement here a few times, and my ears being touched as well. I was getting rustling down the bottom of the right hand side. Can you affect one of the balls again for us? Can you affect the trigger object again for me, please? Just to show me you're here. Come on, sir. Can you knock on that door? Why not? I've just asked him for a knock. Are you around, Lord Leatherhume? The gentleman with the cough? I see a long fish-tailed coat. Is this you, sir? Give me one more sign, I'll be on our way. Debunk that, drop me torch. Go on, affect one of them equipment on the step again. Can you move one of them objects on the step? Please. Hi, Jonathan. The gentleman's with me. Can you give me one more sign? Okay. Would you like to say goodbye to us? Can you light up one of them balls and then we'll be on our way? To your left of the door. Cheers, Soph. I feel the gentleman's got a fish-tailed jacket on and his hands underneath it. Come forward, sir. I'm going to say you're from about 1904. I'll turn another torch on in a minute. Can you just light one of them trigger objects up again, please? I do have leaves falling to my left hand side. Come on, sir. That's where I was hearing noises here just. Can you light up one of them trigger objects for me, please? That's fine, I will go. I'll go in a minute. If you work with me and interact with me, I'll be on my way. The camera is being affected as well. Belligerent. Okay. Very boisterous. Hello, Edmund from Malaysia. Right. I say thank you for working with me. I've got this cough instantly as I'm stepping in here, and I do not have a cough. That is not me. It is me coughing, but I feel someone's trying to trance through me. But I won't let him because I'm on my own. And I just had a massive white energy here about 30 seconds ago. And I'll leave you in peace. I'm in Port Sunlight Village on the Wirral. We've just done a tour of the village. It was built by Lord Leader Hume for his workers. Yeah, I could feel him just standing and rocking. Right. I'm going to head back towards the car now. I've still got this cough with me as well. Go away. Come on, stand back, sir. Surprise, I'll surprise you. I've just heard a door go there as well, so lovely, absolutely lovely place. I do think there's somebody in there at the moment. Absolutely lovely place. I think somebody's just gone in there as well, you know. And somebody's working late. Yeah, the lights are going off there now. The light's just gone off there now. Hello, Serena. Okay, Jonathan, no problem. No, do tell. You don't like surprises. I'm actually going on to another location that was used as a little bit of Peaky Blinders as well. So I'm going to go down there. again, thanks for tuning in. Has anyone got any questions? Still got this gentleman. Still got this cough with me. He's very like pushing, like prodding his finger, pushing me in the back, like, who are you, what are you about, who are you? Yeah, a gentleman with me as well at the moment. So that's the bridge in. Yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine. Got a great team around me in spirit. Love Peaky Blinders. Yeah, a lot of people getting into that as well, aren't they? Well, it's ironic where you are, what I picked up. Give what you're given, Jonathan. Yeah, a little bit of it. I've done a scan round. I've showed you the areas that Peaky Blinders was filmed in a little bit. So just gonna get a drink. I've still got this gentleman with a cough with me. I'll take this out of here. You enjoyed that, John? Well, that's what it is. I like doing things off the cuff, and again, it is raw. A little bit of interaction on the ball there, on the steps, in the doorway. Got yourself a Bible from 1883. Fantastic. Just gonna spin this round. Right, back with you. Right, I'll shoot off there. I will catch me in about 15-20 minutes when I go to this next location. You should enjoy it. What I'll do is I'll park the car up, and I want to go back out a bit further and walk towards the area where I've parked up on this next location. Nice one, Danny. Thank you, Louise. And again, welcome to all the new followers as well. That's what it's about. I think we've been out about an hour and 20 minutes or something, but we're going to head off to the next location now, and I'll tell you a little bit about that as well. So I'll see you in about 15-20 minutes. So catch you in a bit, folks.